It is the international break, and we take a bit of a rest from the toeing and the froing, the gnashing of the teeth of club football. It's international break, my people. Let's get into it. Good afternoon, my people, and welcome back to the Counterattack. Hope you and yours are doing very, very well. You already know what it is, my people. This is basically a Caribbean football enthusiast channel now, as we are going to be getting into the 23-24 CONCACAF Nations League this season. I believe this is the third season for the Nations League, and it's a little bit different this time around. Of course, we have League A, B, and C, but this year for League A, there are two groups, Groups A and B, made of 6 countries each, and instead of a round robin this year, we're using the Swiss system, apparently, where not everyone plays each other, and each country has 4 matches, even though there are 6 teams in the group. You play 2 home, 2 away, and the top 2 teams in each group in League A will advance to the quarterfinals, and the bottom 2 will get relegated down to League B. My people, you don't want to be that. For League B, we have 4 groups of 4 teams. The top team in each group gets promoted up into League A. The bottom team heading down into the depths, I love the depths, of League C. And that's sort of the way it's going to go. I believe the teams that finish top 2 in League A, they will go to face the seeded teams, which are the top 4 teams in CONCACAF, aka the United States, the Canadians, Mexico, and Costa Rica. This time around, those are the top 4 teams. They will go into the quarterfinals, and I believe the winners of those quarterfinals will qualify for Copa America this upcoming summer. So, bit more convoluted because this serves as qualifying for Copa America, and there's a bit changes to the rules, but still the same old juicy Caribbean football action, my people. I'm very excited for it. We are going to get through not all of the groups today because that would be way too long of a video, but we are going to hit on each league. And first up, we have League A, the level 2 of the cream of the crop. Not quite the cream of the crop, just a level below that. Group A, a really good group here. Trinidad, Panama, Guatemala, Martinique, Curacao, and El Salvador. The Central Americans are well represented in this group. And after 2 matches, this first match day, some surprises here, my people. Trinidad and Tobago. Look at that. Top of the league. Top of League A, Group A. I did not expect that. As we all know, Trinidad were actually promoted after Nicaragua were disqualified from League A because they fielded an ineligible player. How does that even happen? Like, don't you have to collect everyone's passports and make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed or whatever it is? Just how does that happen? So I expected Trinidad not to do too well in this group, and lo and behold, I am surprised, and there is going to be a couple of surprises in this Nations League first 2 match days. They are top of Group A with 6 points from 2 matches. Panama right behind them. Trinidad wound up beating Curacao at home. I did not think Curacao were going to lose that one. And then an absolute barn burner of a match. Trinidad going away to El Salvador and winning. I did not expect that to happen. Rest of the group rounds out. Guatemala and Martinique are in 3rd and 4th, and Curacao and El Salvador round out Group A. Not looking good for Curacao. I kind of expected them to do quite well, at least avoid a relegation in League A, and it looks like they're headed for the drop zone. They will be very disappointed. My people, we have come to League A, Group B. Bit of a mouthful, that is to say. And this is the one I was paying attention to the most, my people. After all, it is Haiti's group, made up of Haiti, of course, Honduras, Cuba, Jamaica, the Reggae Boys, Suriname, and Grenada. I knew this was going to be a tough one for Haiti. Honduras have been to a World Cup. Suriname, I thought, played well last year in League A. Jamaica, always the cream of the crop in the Caribbean. Grenada, I believe they were in League A as well with the United States last time, so I thought this was going to be a difficult one. And oh boy, that opening match, Haiti, of course, playing in the Dominican Republic because of what's going on in Haiti at the moment. Not a good game at all. Obviously, we're missing Dukins Nazan. We're missing Pirot. We're missing some really, really important European-based players up top for Haiti. And this new coach Calderon, I don't think he's had that great of a start either. And the first match, we draw a horrendous drab draw with the Cubans. Not very good at all. I thought we had the best chances, but we just could not break down that Cuban deep block. So a point against Cuba, knowing that our next two, so out of the 4 matches, Haiti have to play 4 in this group. 1 is against Cuba, 1's against Suriname, and we have 2 against the Jamaicans. Horrendous luck with that draw. So really, an opening match day draw with Cuba is not what Haiti needed at all. And, it's looking tough, looking very, very tough. But luckily, we go to Kingston in that second game, and we pull out 2-0 leaders going in at halftime. Unfortunately, Jamaica came back, got a point out of the match. But honestly, for Haiti, away in Kingston at the office, a point, I'll take that. Haiti are on 2 points, sitting in 4th place behind Honduras, Cuba, and Jamaica. Cuba, actually, after they drew with us, won their game against, who did they play? Suriname. A 1-0 victory over Suriname. Cuba have 4 points and are sitting in the second spot in Group B, which means they would advance to the quarterfinals. A really good start for the Cubans. Jamaica, they beat Honduras at home. Good win there, and they came from behind to draw with the Haitians. So still great start for them. But the strugglers in this group, Suriname and Grenada, I think both of those are probably, depending on what happens when Haiti go to Suriname to play them. If Haiti win that game, Suriname and Grenada are probably headed for the trapdoor and relegation. But for Haiti, I think the goal for the Haitians for this one is just not to get relegated. But it would be nice to go to the quarterfinals. Out of Group A and out of League A and into League B, and this is where it starts to get interesting, my friends. Some really niche nations and some really interesting matchups. You kind of really don't know what you're going to get because a team for example, Anguilla, I don't believe that they are in League B. I think they are in League C, but they were actually somewhat decent last time out. But this time they're just doing horrendously. So when you get down to League B and into League C, it starts to really just get helter-skelter with what you're going to get. But St. Lucia, we have a couple surprises here. St. Lucia, one of them. They were one of the promoted teams. No, they were not. Yes, they were. They were promoted from League C last time out, and they are 6 points out of 6, 2 straight wins for St. Lucia. And one of those wins was quite a big surprise. They beat Sin Maarten. Not Saint Maarten, Sin Maarten. Very, very different. 5-1, but their big win was on match day 2 where they beat St. Kitts and Nevis, who, as we all know, went to the Gold Cup last time around. St. Lucia beat them 2-0, and St. Lucia are topping the group on 6 points, along with Guadeloupe, who I do expect to be the promotion winners out of this group. Rounding out League B, we have Nicaragua. As we all know, they were disqualified for fielding an ineligible player, but they are looking nailed on for promotion here. The rest of their group, Barbados, Montserrat, and the Dominican Republic, I don't think either 3 of those teams are really going to challenge them at all for promotion. They should be heading right back up into League A. But the surprises here in League B, other than St. Lucia, is St. Vincent and the Grenadines, my people, in a group with Belize, Bermuda, and French Guiana. They have 6 points out of 6, 2 wins from the opening 2 match days, a victory over Belize, and then an absolute, again, another barn burner of a match, a 4-3 victory over Bermuda. I was ready to slander them on Twitter, my people, ready to say how they're taking up space and they're this, they're that, but they have very much surprised me. Well done to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They top League B Group C. They are looking very, very good for promotion. Obviously, with CONCACAF Nations League, my focus is on the Haitians, and understandably so. But I love League C, my people. I feel like watching these games, they're so very interesting. Like I said before, you really never know what you're going to get from Anguilla or Bonaire or, the Cayman Islands. But some of these matches are just so very interesting to watch. Some of these stadiums, and no matter League A, B, or C, there's some really just picturesque stadiums and some backdrops. But here down in League C, that's where I live. That's where I eat, my people. The group leaders, honestly, I don't expect it to change very much. We have Saint Maarten, not Sin Maarten, but Saint Maarten, the French territory. Aruba and Dominica topping the 3 League C groups, and I expect all 3 of those teams to go through. Honestly, Bonaire, Anguilla, U.S. Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands, Turks and Caicos, and BVI. Maybe BVI might challenge Dominica, but the rest of those, I think, if it wasn't for the fact that there's nothing to get relegated from, might be tough for a lot of these nations. But luckily, the second place team has a possible promotion to League B because the best place, second place team in League C also gets promoted into League B. Very, very interesting this year. That was a bit of a long one, my people. We had so many nations to get through, but I thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you next time as we're headed back into club soccer this weekend. Take care.